Good morning everyone. Already we have started coordination, the linking system. On the coordination, our linking system, our next topic is to know about central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. On the central nervous system, we will study about the brain and spinal cord. Okay, about brain and spinal cord. Let me see about the brain now. Okay, brain is divided into three divisions: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Forebrain consists of cerebrum and diencephalon, and midbrain consists of optic lobes, and hindbrain consists of cerebellum and medulla oblongata. Okay, let's learn about the brain now. Proportionate to the body size, shrews, that means tiny rat, have the highest brain to body mass ratio. So this tiny rat have the highest brain to body mass ratio. Okay, in the shrews it means tiny rats. Okay, the brain is present in the hard bony box like structure called cranium. So brain is present in the bony box called as cranium. Okay, it is covered by three layers called the meninges. This brain is covered by the three layers, and that three layers is known as meninges. The meninges are continuous and cover the spinal cord as well. So these meninges are continuous and they cover the spinal cord. Okay, the space between the inner layers is filled with fluid called cerebrospinal fluid. The inner layers are covered by a fluid called as cerebrospinal fluid. This cerebrospinal fluid protects the brain from shocks or jerks along with the meninges and cranium. It also protects the meninges and cranium too. Okay, mainly the nerve cell bodies together with capillaries form a mass called gray mass. Mainly the nerve cell bodies connect with capillaries and form gray matter, and the myelinated axons are covered by fatty acids and they are simply called as white matter. Okay, the gray matter is usually present on the periphery while white matter is present towards the center. Okay, this gray matter is present on the periphery and this white matter is present in the center. Okay, next, this is mainly due to the fact that there is a small area from where the myelinated axons leave. From that area, these myelinated axons leave the brain. Okay, as we have already studied, the function of the brain as a control center was known nearly 2000 years back. So brain is considered as the control center of the body. Okay, next, it is considered by the Greek physiologists. Okay, next again, as I told before, that brain has the following divisions: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Okay, next, let me know about the forebrain first. Forebrain, olfactory lobes. These club-shaped, widely spread bodies are visible from the ventral surface only. These olfactory lobes are club-shaped and visible only through the ventral side of the brain, and these the function of the olfactory lobes are concerned with the sense of smell. Okay, next one about cerebrum. Cerebrum has two lobes called cerebral hemispheres. It consists of two lobes, and these two lobes are called as cerebral hemisphere, and also it contains, cerebrum has many folds. They appear as elevations. So these elevations is known as gyri, and these depressions are known as sulci. Okay, sulci are very prominent and divide each hemisphere into four lobes. This divides each hemisphere into four lobes. Okay, its functions of the cerebrum: site of mental abilities, control thinking, memory, reasoning, perception, emotion and speech. It has control over the mental abilities and it also controls the thinking, memory and reasoning, perception. So everything is under the control of this cerebrum. Okay, it also interprets sensations and respond to cold, heat, pain and pressure. It makes us to respond to the cold, heat and pain and pressure. Okay, next one. On the forebrain, next part is diencephalon. This diencephalon is present in between the cerebrum and the midbrain. That is here, this diencephalon is present. Okay, it is divided into two parts, hypothalamus and thalamus. Okay, functions of the diencephalon. Relay center for sensory impulses such as pain, temperature and light. It relaxes from the sensory impulses such as pain, okay, and also from the temperature and light. Next, reflex center for muscular activities. It is the reflex center of the muscular activities too. Center for certain emotions such as anger. It is also center for the anger. Okay, center for water balance, blood pressure, body temperature, sleep and hunger. The hypothalamus controls the pituitary glands, which functions as the master glands. It also controls the pituitary gland, which is a master gland. Okay, next one about midbrain. This is a small thick stellate portion. This connects forebrain with cerebellum and pons of hindbrain. So midbrain is a small thick stellate portion, and this connects forebrain with the cerebellum and pons of hindbrain. Okay. Examples. Functions. It relays motor impulses from the cerebral cortex to the spinal cord and relays sensory impulses from the spinal cord to the thalamus. Reflexes for sight and hearing. It reflexes the sight and also hearing. Next one about hindbrain, cerebellum and medulla oblongata. Cerebellum is located below the cerebrum and above medulla oblongata. This cerebellum is present below the midbrain and above the medulla oblongata. It consists of two large cerebellar hemispheres. It maintains the posture and equilibrium and muscle tone. It also coordinates voluntary movements initiated by cerebrum. That means here the voluntary movements are controlled by the cerebellum. Okay, next one about medulla oblongata. It is almost triangular shaped. Medulla oblongata extends from pons to spine cord. So this extends from the pons to spinal cord. Okay. Next one, functions. Control center for cardiac and respiratory and vasomotor activities. Vasomotor refers to actions upon the blood vessel which alter its diameter. It also coordinates reflexes like swallowing. Next, coughing, sneezing and vomiting. Okay. The brain weighs approximately 400 grams, though the brain comprises little more than 2% of the body weight. Okay. It uses 20% of the whole body energy. An average adult male brain weighs about 1375 grams and females of 1275 grams. Okay. Next about spinal cord. Okay, spinal cord extends from the back of the hindbrain, medulla oblongata to the back of the stomach or lumbar region through the neural canal of the vertebral column. So it extends from the hindbrain to the vertebral column. Okay, it is almost of cylindrical in shape. Unlike the brain, the white matter is towards periphery, while grey matter is towards the center of the spinal cord. Okay, as we heard, in the brain, in the center white matter is present and in the periphery grey matter is present, but in the spinal cord In the periphery, it contains white matter, while grey matter is located on the center of the spinal cord. Okay, the myelinated axons leaves the spinal cord from both sides of the vertebral column. So, it is present on the periphery. That means it may leave from a ventral or dorsal side. The myelinated axons. Okay, the role of the spinal cord in nervous control was studied largely by the experimentalists of the 16th and 17th centuries. Okay, mainly the nervous control was studied in 16th and 17th centuries. Okay, they found that the Greeks' concept of control by brain was awareness. Okay, as we told before, that Greeks has believed that brain controls all the functions of the body. Okay, they scientists on the 16th and 17th century, they proved that there is a erroneous in that theory. Okay, they found animals were shown to have the ability to respond to stimuli even when the brain was removed. So they conducted experiments on animals. They removed the brain of the animals and they started to know the movement of the body organs. Okay, Leonard da Vinci and Stephen Hales both recorded the survival of the frog whose brain has been destroyed. Okay, these scientists has destroyed the brain of the frog, and when they prickled it or when they pinched it, the frog is starting to respond to the external stimuli. Okay, and also in other situation, what they did was they further recorded that the animal died as soon as the spinal cord was damaged by pushing needle down it. So what happened was they has inserted a needle along the spinal cord. At that moment, this frog has died. Okay. Such evidences suggest that the spinal cord was not only simply a trunk road for instruction from the brain, but might be a control center in its own right. Okay, what they are saying that spinal cord was not only a trunk road for instructions from the brain, it is also have the control by its own. Okay, according to you, what would be the function of the spinal cord? Okay, spinal cord, the sensory nerves makes connection with the other neurons in the grey matter. These neurons are called as so here the function of the spinal cord is to receive information from the spinal nerves. Okay, here if we read on that, do you know that the nerves that originated from the brain are called cranial nerves, and the nerves that derive from the spinal cord are called as spinal nerves. Okay, spinal nerves are of 31 pairs and cranial nerves are of 12 pairs. These spinal nerves sending them to the brain to various parts of the body through the motor nerves. That in sense, it transfers information through these pairs of nerves. Okay, are all the functions of our body under direct control of the brain and spinal cord? Why do you think so? Yes, our body is in the direct control of the brain and the spinal cord in many ways. Okay.